You been burning, smoking much?
I stopped smoking. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, man.
Edibles too?
Yeah, like I love them. Like I love edibles. I love smoking, but I just do a little too much and I'm just bad anxiety, man.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just not. It's for me, like, I don't know if it's just a mindset thing overall, like where like maybe it's I'm worried about certain things and then like if I smoke it gets worse. Or it's just like just in general, like my body just sometimes if it's just I'm too high, just
dude, the
like
quality of your marijuana is such a real thing that people we talk about it and they're like, yeah, whatever. You go get some shitty weed just at any dispensary that doesn't say it's organic, outdoor grown, quality marijuana. You're smoking pesticides. You're smoking shit that just unhealthy weed. So you take too much of that, it's like, yeah, you're gonna get that fucking anxiety. You take some good quality puffs off some good quality weed with a quality vaporizer or something, and it's different.
Yeah, that was the time I was with Steve before I came here, and he was saying the same thing about the edibles he eats, like super clean. He's like just straight up different type of high.
Yeah.
So I mean, how long you been smoking for?
Since I moved down to Arizona, probably 20, so 8 years.
Yeah. So you think that's for sure a thing?
I think the quality of the weed is 100. I mean, it's no different than the quality of food you eat. You eat organic fucking meat or you eat McDonald's, you feel it. You feel different.
Yeah, I need to start taking better inventory of that because like maybe that's the reason why like I'll just be like, oh, this is way too much.
Well, dude, and are you taking a bong rip or a joint or something?
Just a little joint, but it's like sometimes it's got keef on it, some like wild brand. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
especially nowadays in California, they're just trying to get quantity, like so much out. They don't give a fuck what they spray on it. So much.
Yeah. I think that's the big deal. We have a guy here that hooks us up with just fucking such quality organic shit that I literally, if I had some shitty weed or no weed, I would pick no weed for sure. There's no point. Yeah. I don't like smoking shitty weed. I get that anxiety kind of head rush. Like I don't want to be high feeling from shitty weed.
Yeah. So I think it's really real what you're saying then because I can definitely relate. There's times when it's like I feel this is perfect. Yeah. And then there's times where I'm like, this is just so uncomfortable. I don't like it. So I've just chosen not to do it recently.
Yeah, there's different strains too that'll make you feel different ways too. But yeah, I do believe the quality is important. Just like anything.
You hit energy drinks much?
Yeah, probably too much.
What kind?
Well, I'm sponsored by the Gym Weed. I like it, but I think sometimes I'm consistently drinking too many energy drinks.
Dude, too much caffeine will fucking...
Yeah,
bro. I do caffeine in the morning, do my morning workout, and then in the afternoon I don't do caffeine. I'll do like just some amino acids and some Vitargo or something like that. But I had sparring Wednesday at 3 p.m., which is so I was like, God, I want a little boost. I'm doing 5 fucking rounds with 5 fresh guys. I had some green tea, a little probably too much. I felt that I was in bed at like 10 p.m. and I could just feel the little bit of caffeine. I'm very sensitive to drugs anyway.
Me too.
And so I'm like, fuck. Usually this time, and I can pass out, but I could feel that little bit of caffeine rushing through my veins, just a little bit, and it fucked with my sleep that night. But caffeine is people, drink 200 milligrams at 2 p.m. That's insane. I probably drank 75 milligrams.
Jacob shotguns Monster, smokes a ciggy and goes to sleep.
Damn, that's fire.
But editors are wild like that.
Yeah.
But I relate to that sensitivity in caffeine and drugs in general. If I drink, I realize if I drink caffeine past like 5 o'clock, I'm literally not going to bed.
Caffeine has a half-life of 8 hours. So if you drink 100 milligrams of caffeine in 8 hours, you'll still have like 50 milligrams of caffeine in your body. So you're drinking, past, I try not to really do it dependent on my day, past like noon, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do it.
But it's hard. I mean, if you got a podcast and you got to go to the gym and you got to go train, and you got to do a video, and it's like fucking all this shit.
Yeah, it definitely gets difficult.
Yeah,
for sure. But I think for most people listen, like definitely a rule of thumb, like I would never drink it past 5 o'clock for sure. You're gonna fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think people in general just drink too much caffeine, 100%. Like way too much caffeine.
Yeah.
And then they become dependent on it, where it's like if they don't do it, they're just completely in.
Well, then their chemicals are all fucked up, and I've been obsessed with sleep for a long time too. So I remember.
That's why I wanted to talk to you about this like vivid dreaming stuff. Have you done anything like any work in like that space of like, you know, the vivid dreams and trying to keep inventory of your dreams and trying to see what they mean, or you just say fuck it?
I've never looked too far into it, like, oh, what does this mean? What does this mean? Just because they're so fucking just random. Like, or if I'm fucking horny as fuck thinking about a chick, like I'll have a dream fucking her. That's always sweet. I try to do that sometimes.
I go to sleep like thinking I'm gonna go into this. Wow.
No, I'm kidding, but that would be fire. But yeah, I haven't really thought about too deep. Like I know some people have done some serious stuff and like looked into it, but I've never really been too on that.
So sleep is obviously, we talked about this before, but sleep is one of the most important things that you track.
Yeah, sleep Aura Ring. It's cool. We have like they added a circle so you can add, like, Tim has an Aura Ring, Emron. We're in a little group and you can see everyone sleep and recover and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Have you noticed that really affects your actual performance when you see like what is it, HRV? What is it?
Yeah, it's called readiness on ours. It's interesting because Aura has a new algorithm. So like what they were looking at like 2 years ago, if I was constantly getting like 90 sleep scores, and then they add the new algorithm and they're tracking deep sleep differently, and you're like, what the fuck? I was getting 3 hours of deep sleep and now I'm only getting an hour and a half. It's just because the algorithm. So you can't look into it too much because it's not perfect, but it's a good indicator. But for me, if I'm like, I didn't work out on days that says you should probably rest, like, then I would train twice a week. Like, you got to push through those days, and you just got to know, all right, it's, usually I can have a pretty good idea when I wake up how my sleep score and readiness is going to be. I've been doing Aura Ring for like 5 years. I have a lot of data. I actually had a sleep scientist come to my house a couple days ago, and we did like a crazy study with a bunch of shit all over my body. And then they have sleep image ring, like a different ring. Like they said it's an Aura Ring, like just the best type of ring you could monitor it. But it's not for sale. It's strictly for like science. So I've been working with.
You did a sleep study.
Yeah, I've been doing a very in-depth sleep study the last through this camp. So I'm curious to see what that they're gonna have like a sleep protocol for me. I don't know what that means or what it's gonna look like, but it's cool to have like sleep scientists analyzing my sleep.
Do you have what other like forms of like non-combat training stuff do you really emphasize?
It's funny. I journal every single fight camp. I do it outside of camp too, but not as much. But in fight camp, it's funny. I can go back and look at every single fight camp, pretty much. Probably the last 5 whatever years, and like look, because I have 17 days to the fight, 16 days to the fight, and I can go read what I did every single day and what I weighed and stuff. So journaling was a huge one.
You've been meditating much?
Yeah, my meditation in the mornings. That's like in and out of camp. That's something I have to do.
Yeah,
I've been doing a lot of 20-minute meditations during the day too. Usually they turn into naps, but they're in that weird phase to where it's like you don't know if you're sleeping or not. Awake, you're like floating, and I can feel my muscles like pulsing. I feel like when I can feel that, I can feel my muscles recovering. Like it's weird, but that's fucking been a big part of camp too. Is 20-minute meditations like in the middle of the days for recovery. Just to like, that's kind of my caffeine. That's like, I'm like, fuck, I have to train again later. I'm gonna hit this, fucking dunk in the cold and get after it.
What do you like about the journaling? Which is funny because Stein would always give me shit on the journaling. But what do you like about the journaling? Just to keep track of things?
Something soothing about it. Something just like writing it down. Just fucking, I don't know. I don't know. Reading it back is really, really cool. I like that. I've been enjoying that a lot. Tracking everything, I think it's important for fighters and to do, or just athletes anyway. How are you feeling this far out? What were you dealing with this camp and stuff? So that's nice, but it's something soothing. Just fucking writing, just sitting there. I don't write a lot. Sometimes I write a page. Sometimes I write half a page. Sometimes I'll write in the morning and then I'll come back and write what time it is and write again. But it's something soothing about it. I don't know.
Like it's like a different form of meditation almost.
Yeah,
that's why I like it.
A different form of meditation. It's
because you can push those thoughts out there that maybe like you have been bouncing around, like things that you're trying to figure out, and you put them on paper. It just makes it more clear for you to like decipher it.
Yeah, you gotta be careful though. Our boy got caught. He smashed some biscuits and he wrote in his journal, and his girl read it. R.I.P.
Done for.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Is that a true story?
100%.
Fuck. I thought you were trolling.
No, he wrote it.
Whoa.
He smashed at my house. Smashed some. I had a party at my house, and he smashed some chick. And he wrote it in his journal, and she fucking read it. That's funny. That's one thing too with Danny. Like, she's never read, I mean, as far as I know, anything. She's never broken that line of privacy ever.
Yeah.
That's where it's like a huge fucking deal. It's like,
you got a real one, man.
Yeah, I've been with Danny for fucking 8 years or so. I would never fucking remember something like that. And yeah. Once it's that long, and you like, hopefully she like, this is forever type shit. Like, I want to have more kids with you. She's a good baby mom and stuff, but it's like, yeah, as long as she lets me be me, shit's gonna be all right.